Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, Turkish series stars. All the juicy details are in today's video. If you enjoy it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to support the channel even more, the join button is right below. Now, let's dive in. Love that breathes on its own doesn't ask for spotlights, and that truth revealed itself on the set of The Promise, the brand new series led by the luminous Elçin Sangu, when Barış Arduç quietly appeared during a hectic morning of filming. What started as a routine workday turned, within minutes, into a moment that fans will replay in their minds for years, placing one of Turkey's most beloved couples at the center of the conversation once again. The sun had only just lifted. Makeup artists were laying out brushes, assistants were juggling last-minute changes, and Elçin was getting ready for a scene that demanded every bit of her intensity. No one knew that, at that exact hour, Barış was already at the studio gates with a steaming coffee in one hand and a small bouquet, simple, understated, heartfelt, in the other. His entrance wasn't grand. It was measured, intentional. Those who saw him move through the corridor say everything softened the moment he stepped into the dressing room. A stylist later whispered, "It was like someone opened a window and let fresh air in." The second she saw him, her whole expression shifted. Onlookers felt the air warm with a tenderness that doesn't need to be staged. They carved out a pocket of quiet amid the bustle. 2 chairs, coffee shared between hands, low laughter that you could hear even above the murmur of equipment and walkie-talkies. Their rhythm spoke of a bond seasoned by trust, chit-chat about the day, tiny glances that lingered, a comfort that looks effortless but is rare to find. Crew members would later say the energy around them took on that uncanny feeling of fate writing a scene you can't fake. For a few minutes, work paused without actually stopping. It was simply that their closeness made everything else feel secondary. Then came the encounter everyone ended up discussing, Barış meeting Burak Berke, the actor who shares top billing with Elçin. You could have sliced the anticipation in the hallway, yet the meeting unfolded without a hitch. No awkwardness, no forced smiles. Barış stepped forward, spoke with the composure he's known for, and said to Burak, according to those nearby, "What you're doing here is terrific. Wishing you the smoothest run with the series." That short exchange did the work of a dozen headlines. It undercut the whispers of rivalry and shut down any murmur of jealousy that certain corners of the internet had tried to push. What lingered instead was the image of 2 professionals acknowledging each other with respect. People close to the couple insist the visit was not orchestrated. It wasn't a PR stop. It was personal. When Barış heard that Elçin had a heavy day ahead, emotional takes, quick turnarounds, a schedule that frays nerves, he made a choice. "I needed to see her to start my day," he reportedly told a friend earlier that morning. "She is where I draw energy." He teased her with that same line when he arrived, and it pulled an immediate grin from her. Later, while stretching between takes, she joked with colleagues, "I think I just got the best energy boost I'm going to get all week." Those small confessions are the ones fans love most because they sound like real life slipping through the cracks of work. What nobody anticipated was how far that little moment would travel. By early afternoon, the story had spread across timelines. A production assistant snapped a discreet photo of the coffee and flowers parked on the vanity for a heartbeat, and the image ricocheted through social feeds, landing on fan accounts in minutes. "This is the kind of romance even dramas can't write," one comment read. Another message described Barış as the definition of loving with gestures, not speeches. The names of both stars climbed to the top of national trends, and within hours international entertainment pages had picked up the thread, weaving in their own snapshots and translations. When Barış stepped out of the studio, microphones were waiting by the exit, but he kept his tone grounded. "I came to support my partner," he said lightly, neither eager for attention nor dismissive. "Elçin is doing exceptional work, and I'm proud of her." Rather than feeding gossip, his remark fed an image of steadiness, a romance content to live in its own quiet lane, far from the theatrics that often eclipse real connection. The day also worked, intentionally or not, as a calm response to the week's murmurings. Some outlets had speculated that recent promotional photographs featuring Elçin with her co-lead might have stirred discomfort around Barış. Yet his visit, open, warm, utterly at ease, felt like a gentle full stop to that storyline. The message was clear without anyone spelling it out: mistrust doesn't have a seat at their table. Someone close to the couple put it simply afterward: admiration and respect are the base. Everything else grows from there. Later, a poignant thing happened on set. In the afternoon, after rehearsals stretched on and a particularly raw scene had to be captured again, those in the room felt something shift. The director paused after the take, moved by what he'd seen, and asked, almost in a hush, "Where did that come from?" Elçin, still flushed with the emotion of the moment, gave a small smile and answered, "Maybe because the person I love was here. I carried it with me." It was a line that could have been scripted, but it wasn't. It was memory made into fuel and poured straight into the camera. Hours later, when work finally let go, the pair crossed the lot side by side. Witnesses describe a simple image that now lives everywhere. Barış draping an arm around Elçin as they walked, she leaning lightly into him, both moving unhurriedly toward the waiting car. From across the street, a fan caught a clear frame, nothing staged, just a quiet departure. The photo went live minutes later and took on a life of its own. Comments cascaded: "That's what real love looks like, couple of the year, Barış and Elçin, the purest example of trust." The naturalness of the moment spoke louder than any caption could. Beyond the romance, people talked about the example. There is something to be said for a partner who arrives without taking the stage, who offers support without stealing focus. The Turkish press praised the gesture as a small lesson in modern love: show up, be present, let the other shine. In an industry where grand gestures are often choreographed down to the last shot, seeing affection practiced with ease felt like a reset, a reminder of what many quietly hope for. And you, our Turkish series stars family, what do you think? Do Barış and Elçin embody the kind of love that sidesteps scandal and endures in the everyday? Would you like to watch them share the screen again, side by side in a story that mirrors the tenderness they carry in real life? Tell us in the comments. Your voice shapes this community more than you know. We are here for the romances, the behind-the-scenes secrets, the glances and the grit that keep Turkish showbiz beating. If this is your kind of tale, subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss a heartbeat, and if you want to support us in a special way, tap join. That's how we bring you deeper dives, fresh interviews, and analysis you won't catch anywhere else. As the week winds down, the name Barış Arduç lingers as a shorthand for quiet elegance and genuine care. That visit to the set of The Promise won't just be logged as a sweet interlude. It will be remembered as proof that small actions can soften the sharpest parts of a demanding routine. Meanwhile, Elçin Sangu is scaling new heights, propelled by talent and steadied by the affection that surrounds her. Together they are that rare blend fans can't resist: artistry without ego, humility without pretense, and a connection that seems to speak even when they don't. Perhaps that's why a growing chorus already calls them the most beautiful love story of 2025. Not because of declarations rehearsed for cameras, not because of calculated posts, but because of the way a look becomes a sentence and an unexpected visit becomes a chapter. When real life edges past melodrama, all that remains is to watch, to feel, and to applaud. Thank you for watching and being with us here at Turkish Series Stars. See you in the next video. Take good care and goodbye.